I mean, because everywhere you go, it's just like there's different stuff going on. I mean, people believe different things, and I've always been one of the people, like, I'm not going to say that I've always been. I definitely haven't. But, I mean, I've tried very hard to be as accepting as possible. And it's, like, I can get loud and obnoxious and stuff. Mostly, like, and I really think it's more that I'm kind of passionate about stuff. And, I mean, when I hear something, I just immediately say what I think. And then, pretty much right after that, I'm going to learn a lot more about what I'm ranting and raving about, and within that, there's more, like, I become smarter about what I'm talking about, and I also, within that, quiet down, because, I mean, for me, I really do like to see it, both, like, try and see at least two sides of everything. It's like, this guy doesn't like this because of this, but this guy doesn't like, but he does because of this. I'm like trying to sit in both shoes. I mean, individually, it's super hard to be able to do, and like, I mean, it's a lot easier to be able to do it when you're watching, you know, other people. It's not you dealing with it. But I like I've kind of, as far as religions go, I've always liked that idea. If people believe in them, like, I just go with, like, everybody, like, I just go with that. It all does exist. It's all true. When, like, I mean, let's say, like, those who believe in Odin, they can go, like, the last day will be Ragnarok? Is that it? Anybody? On Celtic religions? But, and then, like, and that's their last day. That's, like, the final big battle. It's the war. And then after that, it's just, chilling in a place called Valhalla. A really big hall where all you do is drink ale at night and love women until you pass out, and then when you wake up, you go and fight a war. Fight a big bloody battle, and then at the end of the day, it's back to the ale and the women and the passing out and repeat. And that's that's what, like, I mean, given there's more to it, but that's the afterlife. I mean, and if that's what folks want, why not? I mean, why not? And for those people who, I mean, for people who are Christian and believe that, like, either hell or heaven is what's going to happen and there's a judgment, go for it. Why not? I mean, I think that, like, that's another cool thing. I mean, potentially you can believe in anything in the world, but to believe that you're actually going to be judged on your actions, I mean, that's a lot to say. I mean, because I think that that's not even so much the case in our real life, where we're allowed to do a lot of stuff, and and I mean, as people, we're told not to judge, and so we kind of tell ourselves that we're not allowed, and so people do get away with a lot of stuff, and getting away with a lot of stuff doesn't mean they're getting away with a lot of bad stuff, but I mean, in a world where you potentially are quite, like, there's the potential for, you know, a lot of freedom. At the very end, you're going to get judged for it. And for how you chose to go about it. It's kind of neat. I mean, based on that. And I don't know. Sometimes I think that, like, though, it's very good to believe in something in the present. But, like, I mean, for religious aspects, I kind of, like, for me, who's believing that they all exist, I'm looking at kind of like, that's how I look at it. It's kind of like, who has the best end story? Like, what's the best, like, okay, I really like where I am now in the world, or the universe, to whatever aspect that be. So, I wanna look at, like, if in the next world, like, what do I want to believe in so I can, you know, get ready for it. And believing it at all, just like, I mean, I hopefully, like, I kind of just hope to be in a point where I can stay and keep watching everybody do what they do. It's like when George Carlin talks about how, like, that's his number thing that he loved doing. just think he's got a skit where he talks about how he can't commit suicide because he doesn't have the time. But one of it is he's too busy with like watching us do what we do. It's too interesting to give up, and it's just kind of like that's the deal. Like I love that. It's like I'm not so interested in myself. Like I'm more interested. I want to see what other people can think of for the Can I Say One Thing tour. I'm not a guy.